Heads up, if you're a solopreneur, this video might be triggering. Solopreneurs. You've probably seen them online, preaching 24/7 about their job. You know, being a one-man army, earning a gazillion dollars while working from their laptop in their underwear, and ending every single day with a massive glass of wine while they watch their zeros in their bank accounts go up. Sounds pretty dreamy, right? But if you're thinking this is too good to be true, you might be onto something. This whole idea of solopreneurship is sold as the best, most freeing form of entrepreneurship there is. But there is a downside not many solopreneurs are willing to admit. So if one of Justin Welsh's tweets has made you considering getting rid of your whole team and going solo, watch this video until the end. You might change your mind, and I'll give you a strategy on how to build your own empire. As you probably noticed, the concept of solopreneurship has been gaining tons of traction over the last few years. But for those of you who don't know, a solopreneur is basically a person who runs a business solo without any team or partners. We could summarize the whole solopreneur philosophy in 3 steps. Build an audience, launch a product, let the cash flow. I mentioned Justin Welsh at the beginning because he's a prime example of how solopreneurship works. Justin grew his audience to 400,000+ people on LinkedIn. Then he built a business around it. Now he teaches people how to become their own solopreneurs, grow their audience, and monetize their skills. This year, Justin will do $4 million of revenue with 99% margins, which is pretty incredible for a little one-person business. And don't get me wrong, I love Justin. I think he's doing great work, and there's no doubt what he has achieved is incredible. But I also believe he is like any passionate person about a topic. He's focused on one side of the argument. Maybe he's sharing too much of the upsides. So in today's video, we're gonna dive into the less pretty side of running a one-person business and why it matters to you. Number 1, isolation. Humans are inherently social beings. Working alone can get seriously lonely. Many of us lose motivation, and it takes a toll on our mental health. If you're a solopreneur, you're missing out on what your team did last weekend, sharing wins and losses, brainstorming solutions, which is a pretty big deal. Number 2, pressure. When you're the sole operator of a business, you are the single point of failure. Everything rests on your shoulders. You might be thinking, well, who cares? More money for me. But it also means any failure, big or small, is entirely yours to bear, and the business is completely dependent on you. This pressure could be emotionally and mentally taxing for solopreneurs. Number 3, limited skill set. Let's be real, you can't be an expert in everything. A solopreneur might be an incredible product designer, but when it comes to sales, can't sell anything. And even if you're a genius and can master every single skill you need, there's obviously a learning curve involved, which could lead to mistakes, which could lead to stress, and which could slow you down. Number 4, it's easy to burn out. It goes without saying that handling all aspects of a business can be pretty overwhelming. From product development to marketing to customer service and more, the continuous juggling can lead to burnout and crazy long hours. At some point, you have no option but to delegate. If you think about it, how many of these self-professed solopreneurs are really just working by themselves? I doubt it's many. Number 5, no backup. Being a solopreneur is really cool until you want to go on vacation. If a solopreneur faces a personal emergency, needs a vacation, gets the flu, there's no team member to step in and keep the business going. There's only so much you can automate. So this lack of backup could completely mess up your operations and lead you to losing money or missing great opportunities. It could also add pressure on the solopreneur to avoid breaks or rest when needed. If an entrepreneur thinks twice before taking a break, a solopreneur definitely thinks thrice. Number 6, potential bias. When Abraham Lincoln won the 1860 presidential election, the first thing he did was appoint 3 of his rivals to join his cabinet. People thought he was crazy, but I think he had a point. Having different opinions on your team can actually help you gain perspective and help you make better decisions. This lack of diverse perspectives and feedback can sometimes lead to confirmation bias, which can hinder innovation and limit the ability to see potential flaws in decisions or strategies in your business. So that's the downsides about being a solopreneur. But I think there's one major upside. It forces you to pick a niche, build an audience, build a community, and build a product for that community. By the end of that process, you will know that niche and business inside and out. So here's what you should do to build your empire by being a solopreneur. Start as a solopreneur and end as a multipreneur. Someone who creates multiple businesses with multiple operators. So you pick a niche, you build an audience, you build a community, you build a product for that community, you get product market fit. Once you get product market fit as a solopreneur, you hire yourself out of that role. Then you pick a niche, you build an audience, you build a community, you build a product for them, and you hire yourself out of that role. You keep doing it time and time again until you have a portfolio of businesses and operators. What's going to happen with many solopreneurs is they're just going to evolve from solopreneurship to multipreneurship. If you want to know more about multipreneurship, check out multipreneurship.com. It's free to check out. It's the first community of other multipreneurs. And if you like this video, hey, maybe you learned something. All I ask for is a little subscribe because you're gonna get more where this came from. Subscribe below and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss all the good stuff that's coming for you. Also, leave a comment below. What do you think about solopreneurship versus multipreneurship? Thanks for watching. Bye.